Of all the cars we've tested so far this year, none was a greater surprise than the 1991 Ford Escort GT. We expected a practical little car like the Escort has always been. But I got to tell you, the 91 Escort GT is a lot more than that. Road test reporter Cathy Costea gives us a glimpse.
Especially when considering cars, I think first impressions are very important. And let me tell you, my first impression of the 1991 Ford Escort GT was one of surprise. It's a lot sportier and handles a lot better than I thought. The Ford Escort has been around for years, and for years I've thought of it as nothing more than transportation. If you felt the same way, prepare for a change of heart, because change is what this new car is all about. Ford has managed to improve on a solid product, which has been the world's best-selling car for the past 7 years. That's probably why we searched and searched, but could not find a 1990 model to show you the differences between it and the 1991. We can tell you, though, that there are a lot of differences, including the fact that the 1991 has fog lamps, a lower sloping front end, and rounded corners. And there are many differences inside as well. The interior is sportier looking and is slightly wider than the 1990 model. New features include a wraparound instrument panel, water temperature and trip odometer, remote-controlled mirrors, air conditioning, power moonroof, and AM/FM stereo cassette. The new Escort GT is a cooperative effort between Ford and Mazda. Ford owns 25% of the Japanese automaker, and one look under the hood reveals Mazda's contribution to this new car. The Escort GT is powered by the Mazda-built 1.8-liter, 4-cylinder, 16-valve engine. The new engine uses an electronically controlled multi-port fuel injection system and an elaborate intake system to help deliver good overall performance. A 5-speed overdrive manual transmission is standard on the car, but you can order a 4-speed automatic. The engine cranks out 127 horsepower at 6,500 RPM. and 114 pound-feet of torque at 4,500 RPM. The new GT scoots from 0 to 60 in 8.1 seconds, making it one of the quickest cars in its class. With all that's new about the 1991 Ford Escort GT, you'd think it would sell itself. And according to car salesman Robert Brewer, it does, once he convinces customers to forget what they've heard in the past.
Oh yeah, Escort, no, that's a boring car. They see the new one and they're shine. Exciting new car.
We decided to test Robert Brewer's claim that some people don't even recognize the new Escort. We took our test car to a grocery store, covered up the nameplates, and asked a few people to tell us what kind of car they were looking at.
Well, immediately looking at it looked like something like a Nissan or Toyota.
If I told you it was a Ford Escort, would that surprise you?
Yeah, I guess it would. I've never noticed the Fords that really do. Well, the Escort, I mean, look, practical, but not really that sporty looking.
It looks like one of those Muratas, but not as sleek.
Even those who guessed right said the new Escort GT was better looking than they thought.
It's softer. The lines are more rounded. Reminds you of the Taurus, all of the Ford products. I had two Tauruses, fine cars. So I suspect this one is good as well.
In my books, it's more than just good. It's a great little car that's worth the base sticker price of just over $11,000. It's really a fun little car to drive. It's got a very good stereo system in it. I only have one complaint, though, and that is that the stereo is down too low on the dash. Makes it a very uncomfortable reach if you want to adjust the volume while you're driving. The Escort GT is built to carry 3 backseat passengers, but I would suggest that on long trips, 3 adults would be less comfortable than 3 smaller passengers. When all is considered, though, I would highly recommend the new Ford Escort GT. I'd love test driving this car, and if I were one to make predictions, I'd have to say Ford has another winner on its hands. For Road Test Magazine, I'm Cathy Costea.
The Escort GT two-door hatchback lists at $11,063 base price. Ford's special value package, an option for $1,240, includes the cloth bucket seats and other extras. The power moonroof adds $549 to the total cost. The automatic transaxle is another $732. And the sound system cost an extra $138.
If you want this whole package, Ford will throw in a discount of $744. That means you can drive this Escort off the lot for $12,978. And that's a value any way you look at this car.
I know it's a value any way you look at the car. I mean, I understand that, and there again we have those value-added packages and the discount. But, Don, I remember when cars were a whole lot cheaper.
Well, I remember when the Escort itself was a little over $6,000. Everybody used to buy them, like for your daughter, your son to go to college. It was just a nice, reliable, utilitarian, cheap piece of transportation.
Those days are over, though, aren't they?
I'm afraid so.
I'm afraid so, too. Well, she's beautiful in purple.